What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. All right, so as always, consult your manual and a certified electrician. I am not an electrician, so my videos are for educational purposes only. Anyways, let's get to it. Yeah, battery communication now. So I have a 3/4 inch conduit piece right there, and there's a 3/4 inch pop out right here that I'm gonna pop out. And there should be another one there, and we'll run that battery communication cable between that inverter. This is going to be inverter 1. All right, so we got her plumbed into the case. We got it plugged in. Battery communication. Yep. The parallel wire going from inverter 1 to inverter 2. Yeah, everything's looking good. All right, so I think next what I'm going to do is put all of the positive and negatives from the batteries to the bus bars, which is another pretty straightforward thing. I mean, you just take the little bolt out, take the little bolt out of the bus bar, add the wire. Positive on this side, negative on this side. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's get it done. All right, so another thing that you're going to need to do if you have the same inverter as me, it's on the bottom left right here. It says Lux Power. That's the cover for it. So if you're using the same batteries as me and the same inverter as me, let's do it real quick right here. So you want to have your dip switches all this to the right. You power it up, press and hold this button for 5 seconds. CAN protocol setting, Lux. This is one of the ones that I've already done it to. All right, and that's good. And then you turn it off, and then you would set the dip switches and turn it back on, and you'd be good to go. All right, I'll be back. Like I keep saying, check your manual. It's really good. So this shows you exactly how to put the power, the positives and negatives. And this shows you how to do the communication. So the communication between the batteries will go bottom port to top port and so on. So we'll get them plugged in. All right, I went ahead and put the communication back in. I'm not going to use that cover. I'm the only person that will ever be touching this at my house, and I know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Now we're going to set the dip switches according to the manual here. Let's see. Dip switch ID table, 6-pin. That's what I have. 6-pin. So ID 1 will be 1 over. Battery 2 will be just like that. 1 switched over. 3 will be 1, 2. All right, 4 will be the third one down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 3. That was right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right. So 5 will be the first one and the third one down. First one, and did I say third one? No, not the extra one. Okay. First and third. Yep. First and third. All right. And 6 will be 2 and 3. So 1. Come on. Come on now. All right. Okay, make sure these are all over the way they're supposed to be. All right. Make sure none of them are like hung halfway or something. Okay. All right, we got the dip switches done. All right. Well, I guess it's time to put the door back on, and don't forget to reconnect your ground right here whenever you put that back on. Let's slap the door on and I shall return. All right, so that 4-foot grounding rod is right here, and it has a little copper connector piece where you can tighten it down on that wire there. I wanted to hammer it down and pack some soil on top of it because I don't want to be walking one day and accidentally trip on the damn thing. And I kind of dug down in the dirt a little and ran that that copper wire down in there. I just drilled a hole out the back of it. I'm gonna put some caulk there so no water can go in. Yeah, back inside. All right, so this is how I tied it in on the inside. Like, I just drilled the hole straight through the wall. Got it coming through the punch hole here into the ground bar. So we are thoroughly grounded because there's 2 ground rods over by my power pole. There's one here. I'm gonna run the PV for each inverter through one of these. So 1, 2, and then I got a third one for the transfer switch. And they will all be on the other side of the wall. And the PVs will go down like so. And the one for the transfer switch will actually go like this, because the the reverse plug, this will be on the outside wall, and I'm going to connect this like this. So outside wall coming inside the box truck, and I will connect that on the inside of the box truck and run the conduit between that and the bottom of that box there. Or I actually am going to be having it come out the bottom underneath the cabinet over here into the side, and I ordered a 50 amp breaker to go right here for my generator because it's a 50 amp generator. But yeah. All right, let's get to it. Okay, it's not required, but because I'm using the stranded wire, I put ferrules, and I will put ferrules on all of my connections over there too. So I just wanted to show you the ferrules. Yep. All right, I'm gonna crimp these and start putting them in. Okay, so loads for inverter 1. Ground, neutral back there. Hot leg 1 and 2. Down into the panel, 40 amp breaker, hot leg 1 and 2, ground and neutral. We're gonna do the exact same thing for the other one, and I'll be back. All right, what we're doing next now is I ran the wire, and I connected the little 1/2-inch conduit for my little 20 amp plug here, and then I got a 20 amp breaker for it, and appropriately sized wiring for said plug. You can see I got my neutral, got my ground, got my hot, and we're coming out here. I'm gonna go grab the plug and wire that in and install it. I'll be back. Wiring in the switch is pretty straightforward. It tells you on the back of it where each wire goes, so you can't really mess it up if you follow the instructions on the back of this thing. It's wired up. It's wired up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick it in, and I'll show you the finished product. All right, there she is, wired in, ready to go. There we go, man. All right, on to the next thing. Okay, so this is one of my two string cutoffs to my solar panels. All right, they come with these 1/2-inch punch outs, one on each side for both. I didn't want to run that much conduit, so I'm gonna run 2 strings of, hey girl, 2 strings of solar in through a 1-inch. And if you're guessing that I had to make these holes myself, you would be correct. Watch out, girl. Hazel. She ran into something. But yeah, so I had to make these because I want to stick this right about here and have 1-inch conduit coming into there, have 2 strings of solar panels that go straight up in through here. Because on these inverters, the hole for the punch out hole for the PV, it's rather big. It's not a 1/2 inch. Honestly, it's a little bit bigger than a 1-inch. I've kind of got it in there a little weird. Instead of this cinching it down, I have this cinching it down. But it'll work. Anyway, so I got those holes made. I used a Dremel. I drilled a hole in it first with a hole saw, and then I used that Dremel to round that out. But that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to do to my other one. So the string of PV that'll go to that one will look exactly like that.